to everyone today. Hopefully everyone's going good today. How you been? I'm going to try to on Sunday because I will be looking at my new house. Why is it kind of excellent connection and then not? Hello, Tech Clovid. Hello, Emmanuel. I see ya. Hi. How are you? So here's the first question today, and hopefully everyone's going good. I was thinking I might be able to wake up early before I actually drive to see the new place. Hello, Sunil. Hello, happily ever after. Hey, how are you? I'm going very well. Here is the next first question. Hello, Cass. How are you? I'm going great. Take a look. How are you? Hopefully everyone's had a great week. Hopefully everything's fine with the connection. Sometimes it does do that. I want to know if I'll fail at my Nepali exams or not. I think less talk, more doing. Less talk, more doing. You're talking yourself big and you're not putting yourself in the right direction. So less kind of talking up. Yeah, more planning. More planning. I don't think this is to chats. I think that you need to plan because if you don't, then you're going to lose everything. Everything's going to slip through your fingers. Even if you want it or something. Yeah, so why you're thinking you're failing is because you haven't given your brain enough, like, right, we've got this. Kovia, hello! I know, does Ari really love me? That's a good question. No, I don't see you failing. You just need to put your butt up and start doing it. Does V love me? I feel like it's a growing attachment to you, Kovia. Just slowly, every time you show love, every time you show compassion, it is this wand coming to you. So, Prinyaka, what is the tensions of S towards me? So, Tenclovid, why you think you're failing is because your brain kind of gives you this fear factor that you're going to fail. I don't think so. I think it's planning, not... Yeah. Stop talking about how good you're going to do. Just do it. What is the tensions of S? Well, that's easy. It very much wants a connected, very interesting... I think there's some things that they don't like, but they're really enjoying the things that they do. So they're going to wait out, but they do want that connection with you. Okay, so... Sonal says, hi, what does A think of me? That you're kind of a troublemaker. Whatever they're trying to get rid of, it's kind of hard because they're kind of figuring out that you're not always too bad, but you do something that they get really annoyed by, but they're trying to remove themselves from the connection and they can't. They can't. Hello, dear. Thank you. No worries. So... Isia is next. Will Mahad reach out for me in July? That's a good question. No worries, Kovia. Okay, so I think he will, because he's got out of a situation which he was in, so I would say he will reach out to you. I see ya. Harsha will schedule contact with me. Got commitment issues because of his past. No, I don't think so. He's still going to have commitment issues because it's underlying addiction that he has towards what would I say? He's addicted to starting a relationship, maybe. Whatever he's told you about commitment issues might be just something that he can blame it on, okay? So yeah. Okay, so yeah. I decided to cut some guy off. His name is Kevin. I think so, because when you did that, you put yourself in a place of boundaries, which you haven't done ever before. And I think that's a good thing, because with your boundaries at the moment, they're now stronger to be able to accept a loving connection with all the things that you want from it, okay? Jay's next. What is the future of my current relationship? Hello, Prisha. No worries, Pinyaka. Of course. If anyone has been waiting for me to answer whether they can put down a question, please place a question down and I'll try to get to you as soon as possible. I think just work on it. It's a little bit threadbare at the moment because you're both working to something that you want. So there's a little bit of a thing where you're both really working hard at the things that you want. So just realize that keep on working because you're doing very well. But you just need to figure out that it's going to be a little bit bare at the moment because you're both working very hard to keep the relationship comfortable for the future. P feels for you very much like you're a ray of sunlight, but he's also, this person has let the connection go where they should have held on. So they might be waiting for you to establish that control. So they're waiting on you to initiate that for them. So, but they feel like your ray of sunlight. You always make them happy. Goddess love, hi, hello, how are you? I'm very good, thank you. Sahin, can I ask you? Of course. Do not spam, guys. I will try to get to your question as soon as possible. I'm slowly going down the chat. So Princey is next. So what is are the true feelings of ND for me? I don't know. They feel like they've kind of withdrawn contact. They're really not willing to show you everything. So I don't know whether that's going to change in the future. But at the moment, they're really in a place of a lack, fear, scared, confused. They might be really suffering right now where they're not particularly in a place that they can establish a relationship. So they're just like a little bit confused, and that's okay because they're possibly just confused in general. Give them love and kindness and see if that turns around, because I think they're just really confused you possibly are different from a connection that they've had in their past. So if they open up and they're like, oh yeah, like I had really bad connections, that's why they're really confused. So Goddess says, what are my feelings for my parents towards me? Well, Goddess, they are trying their hardest to kind of put you in a better place. But the thing is, with better places, there's a difference between what your parents think is a better place and what you believe is a better place. So sometimes that can be really hard because you know how that feels. So I think they're trying to do their best to love you and care for you, but you might feel like they kind of put you on a place or put you on a chair and there's like the interview going on. What did you do today, darling? How are you feeling today? You're like, no, shut up, leave me alone. But yeah, they're trying very hard to love you. But yeah, that's the hardest part. So, Arcania says many people are manipulating Pooja for her own father, husband, performing magic. Well, I think that that's a question for you. There's a lot of emotional emotions that are tied for you with this, and I would say that even if she comes back, there's going to be some emotional insecurities that you will have to deal with. So I feel like if you cannot address your emotional insecurities, then even if you do get her, then I don't think that you can hold on to her. So you might need to deal with how you feel emotionally about things, because I don't think if you lean on someone emotionally, they'll be able to stay, especially her. So I feel like that's going to be a hard one to answer. I would say that you need to work on your feelings and kind of wait for that to either change or for her to say no in the future. And then just realize that. Well, Air says, leave MG for me. Well, I feel like they kind of have been overwhelmed and they're not going to make a choice. Possibly they'll never make a choice because they aren't in a situation that they want to make a choice. So I don't think so. They might change their tone, but at the moment they're just too overwhelmed. Okay, so Narika, will I get a government job this year? Firstly, no, not this year. I don't think that they thought you were an adequate candidate for them. So they don't see how you would be able to get the jobs that you apply for. However, after you've dealt with the heartbreak of not having those jobs, you'll realize that you just heal up, get back your mojo, and start applying for a government job that's a little bit, I would say, something that you could do better. But it will take a while, because I think this year you possibly won't. Early next year you'll find a perfect government job for you. Okay? Okay, so Edie says, how to win... Hi, Edie! How to win a Pisces heart on a date? That's a good question. Ooh. Okay, firstly, flirt with them. You're not very flirtable. So you need to kind of get yourself out there. Have like a certain amount of charisma or strength. So be not assertive. How would I put this? Yeah, be assertive. Not like bully, nothing like that. I feel like look good. Look good, dress up. Kind of like idea of, you know how they usually say dress up for the job you want? I think dress up for kind of like the lifestyle you want. So if you want to kind of go and show her that you're adventurous or something like that, go in something more outdoorsy. If there's like, if you want to go and show her that you can make lots of money, go in something nice, more like Mark Zuckerberg kind of thing, more than anything else. Don't go in a suit and tie, but also realize that whether you like it or not, you just need to kind of be yourself. So there is some options there. Be assertive, be playful, flirtative, and dress to look the part. But yeah, be yourself, because at the end of the day, we can impress other people, and then like we never show that real good part of ourselves. So Prisha says, does P like me? So give me 1 second, Shrey. Well, they like you enough to hang around with you. They like being able to kind of stay. You kind of make them not attract the time or track the days. They like being with you. So that, yeah, I would say that they definitely like you. So what does Sejal told Ari about me? I did answer yours at Arcania. No, I didn't? Are you different? No, I did answer yours, Arcadia. Okay. We need to... Yeah. Sejal told Arabi about you. That you're going to wreck certain parts of your life. Maybe that's kind of a bit that you have self-destructive habits. And you're kind of not grown up yet. So I would say that it might be that you're too young. And you haven't kind of taken on the responsibilities of being a thing. So Devshita... Deshika. Sorry, that sounded really bad. I'm sorry. And Zeta, hi, of course you can. Okay, so Deshika, is HA serious about marrying you? They're kind of contemplating the falling down of like bachelorhood. That they're kind of dealing with a lot of like, will this kind of wreck my kind of singleton life? But they're falling into this bit where they're like, oh yeah, we'll get married, we'll grow up. Also, I think they do want a family. So even though they're kind of wondering about growing up and having to deal with all of these things, they're enjoying the whole idea of possibly falling into like a marriage with you. Like, it's really hard because when people are thinking something, it doesn't mean that they're not wanting to do it. They just have a lot of fears about it as well. Hi Amber, hello Waggers. What is Rehan's current thinking for Atia no contract situation? Thank you for liking it. Yeah, there's just like this whole idea of dissatisfaction, not wanting this connection. I think there was like some things that were possibly offered at the start of the relationship that didn't come through later on, which is like that thing. So even I too feel the same. It's hard. Like, marriages are hard. I know. Amber. Hi, Amber. Yes, of course, and when just put in your question, I'll try to get there as soon as possible. I do see that you've placed a question. If anybody's waiting and they're waiting for me to respond, just place a question because I'm trying my biggest hard thing. Ooh, possibly a soulmate connection and some creativity. Plus, this is a weird one. A soulmate connection and possibly kids. I hopefully not in the same month. But yeah, a creative, flowing, kind of balance yourself right now. I feel like there's a lot of disconnection between you and the world and wondering where your place is. And the only way that I would say that you're going to deal with this imbalance is just to kind of balance your life, balance your time, everything like that, because I feel like you're not getting this bit where like you do too much and then you do far too little, and I feel like you're going to get this soulmate connection in July. So good luck. If you're already with someone, then that's your soulmate. Okay? So, hello, Priyanka. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying so hard to pronounce people's names. What are you feel about me? Like, they have done something to annoy you or upset you. They didn't mean to, but they're also trying to figure out whether they want to stay or go. Because they're trying to figure out whether or not this connection's worth their time. So they have upset you in a way that they don't know whether this will keep on going. So is P passing time with me? No, I think that it's the enjoyment of being able to spend time with you. Like, you know how when you have like a favorite person, you just want to spend all the time with them. So either my family or my husband's family going to need my attention, says Uman. It's hard because I think your husband's taking something not really great right now, and that he's taking it out in a way that's not particularly healthy. I feel like this is stress, and I don't think that you could help it with it. I would rather just say you're in a bad mood, leave me alone. And it is maybe that you're over in analyzing the situation. So yeah, I would say next time he's in a bad mood, let him. So I would say just let him be. It's one of those things. I don't think they need your attention right now. I'd rather say look after yourself, because it's going to be a hard one. At the moment, Unwin, because I feel like a lot of times people take advantage of how nice you are. Okay, will WR come back to me and say yes for marriage, Shez? Well, firstly, he's trying. He's trying to come back and say yes for marriage. Whether or not this is going to be a thing is depending on how he feels like he's going to be able to work hard. So if he doesn't feel like he can give everything, he's not going to be able to, because it's going to be really hard for him to deal with, yes, I want to love and marry this person if I can't support that person. Hello, Chainmail. I always say Chainmail. Like chainmail. I don't know why. Sorry, Chainmail. Should I forget about Luca, or there's still a future? I feel like forget about him. He's just overtaken from the stream of life. He's now just completely passive. So I don't think that he's going to move or do anything that you want anytime soon. And yeah, I would say save your heartbreak and move on. Why? Hey, happily ever after. What does Y feel about me, and what is his tension? He's quite a a bit low-key quite. He's quite low-key, or he's a low-key. Oh my god. He wants to share his heart with you. King of Cups is very much about emotions, being able to listen, being able to respond in a kind and loving manner. He also is trying to switch between looking at money to switching to looking at love. So he's trying to move between that. So I would say that he's definitely feeling about you is that he's trying to focus on you. He's trying to make sure that you feel like you're listened to, that you're being like he wants to show you how much of a good person he is by giving you as much love and attention as he can. So Moon-chan, hi Moon-chan. I thought you were in the sky, Moon-chan. What happened today? You came to the tarot reading. What's you and Crush in the future? Firstly, I feel like there's a certain amount of dissatisfaction. And it's possibly because you're both very, very young. And so therefore there's going to be this kind of bit where you realize that you're so totally different. And that's okay. That's fine. Like, obviously first loves are like that. Where you realize that you're so totally different in everything you do. And so cooperation is key, and emotional maturity. Obviously you can work together, and obviously you would be able to communicate in a space, but I also think that one of you is very childlike. So just hold on to that. I think in some ways, but I would say in general it might be a little bit too young now to have a proper relationship where you both see eye to eye. So it might just be one of those things that you might grow apart, or you might be together for the rest of your lives. But it's going to take time, I would say, and it's going to take a lot of work, and you will have to mature, because you're not going to be able to hold on a connection if you don't. My name is Drosha. I've got to have a divorce or no, says Mila. Okay. There is kind of a bit where you both will work together to heal each other's hearts. I think that you'll have to talk about these things, because I feel like there's a lot of karma in this relationship, but I feel like if you talk about it and you get someone to mediate, I feel like you'll need someone to mediate, because there's a lot of damage that has happened. But in general, I feel like you'll both come together after a while to resolve this, because I think both of you want to work on it, which is actually really good. Old-fashioned girl. There's always London's falling down. I don't know why. London Bridge is falling down. I don't know. Old-fashioned girl says, hello, will I meet a new love? Wafer is says, I really love him, but he needs to make a choice and it's taking a little bit too long. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's certain amounts of wise decisions here. Firstly, the whole idea is that you might just be too blunt for him. You might be quite aggressive in your approach. And you're very wise. So there's a lot of things that might be something that he's not considered in a woman. And he might find it really... what would I say? Intimidating in a woman. So he's definitely battling. But he's kind of given up hope here. So I would say that it's wise to just pack up and go and find a guy that enjoys being a little bit insulted every now and again. Old-fashioned girl. Yes, I'll upset me. You're right. Take care. Bless you. No worries, Vinyaka. We had a fight, so does that affect P? Yes, I feel so. He does want to... This is the same... They're sometimes weird because the same cards come out. And it's possibly because it knows that I can read them straight away. So, yeah, it's because he didn't want you to say the words you said. And therefore, it was really hurtful what you said. So, I don't know whether that's going to be one thing that you need to go past and say some very nice things. Because I think even though what you said was correct, it could have been said nicely. I got a reading that a father figure is going to need attention. I would say that your husband's going to get quite stressed. I would say, Unwin, your husband's going to get quite stressed. And it's going to be something that you'll just have to watch and wait and not help at all, because you know how guys are. They get really upset. But yeah, it could be like possibly not your husband. It could be possibly his dad. It's just one of those things that I feel like it's your husband more than anything else. That there'll be stress for a while, so don't worry about it. No, I don't think it's a passing. I think it's just stress. Hi, my future spouse is a virgin? New song. Why does that matter? When you answer why it matters, I will tell you why I feel like it doesn't matter. I will not pull any cards for that because I don't believe that it matters. New song. Whether or not that means that I get my first dislike is another thing, but I will tell you why I don't feel like it matters is because this inane thing of thinking that it's going to matter if your spouse is a virgin or not is irrelevant. I think it's also that you both need to work out what you like sexually. If you both have no experience in that, then you both your time spent in harmony in the bedroom is going to hurt. It's going to be painful. It's going to be really not great. And if you want lots of sex, I would suggest you both read up. Even if you're both not if you're both virgins, please get some books. Read some books. So Barbie, will I beat the competition and get the job? Elisa, of course you can. So just put down your question if you want to answer that. I'm sorry, new song, that I couldn't answer that for you today. But I'm very sure there's some people out there that would be able to answer that for you. I feel so, Barbie. Go get them, Barbie. You're doing very well. Go get them. Girl boss you. Yes, go. Yes, for sure. You will get all that competition knocked out of the course because you see the possibilities. Christine! An interest trying to interest in trying to participate in the lottery in a month. Will I win? I feel like no, but it's also going to be a really interesting thing where you might participate for the sake of participating. I think in some ways you won't win. You might win a little bit, but it's not going to be a like a full cash prize. But it might be good to just put it in and think, okay, I'm in the lottery now. Yeah? Hello, Nymph! Can I ask a question? Is it worth staying in my chemistry classes and seeing if I can pass with a C or higher or withdraw? I think so. It's foolish to believe that that would be another option right now for you to kind of change that path right now. Also, realize that you're kind of really anxious, and that might be a question. But yeah, there is definitely positive things of actually staying into this. And I would also tell your professor that there's some resources that you didn't get the last time that you would need right now that's going to make your life easier. So I would say that there's some resources that you missed out that a lot of other people had, and you need to talk to them about it because that will help you out. So yeah, realize that it is a foolish decision to try and do something else now, and you're possibly dealing with anxiety. And I would say just hold on to the anxiety and just get it done, because you're doing very well, Nymph. Hello, Amanda. Hello, Cassandra. How are you doing today? I don't have a question of mine. Today, anything the guides want me to know? Okay. Yeah, I would say that you're going... I don't know why these came back up. Bad cards. They're like, yes, we're going to answer this very quickly. So I would say that there's some compatibility issues in your life. I don't think that is a love connection, but that's possibly at work, and they're telling you to not let these things go, and actually trust your gut and trust your anxiety, and possibly go to mediation or go to HR about it, because whatever is going on is not okay. It's not good right now. I would say other than that, have a great time, Amanda. Okay, so Vibe the Heart. Hello, Cassandra Wingman. I don't know if I've seen Wingman today. Alyssa, Elsa, can you pick post a question? She's picking otherwise. Yes. Hello, thank you. No worries, my part. Where will I meet my future spouse and how? Okay. Okay, that's a good question. Where will you meet your that might be hard. The cards don't like... Sometimes they like have a hard time trying to answer that because it depends on where they want. Okay. Okay, so how are you going to meet your partner? There is a bit where you'll struggle in your life. So I would say where you're going to meet your partner might be somewhere public. I would say in a library? I don't know why a library, but it feels like you're trying to find out something. So it might be a library, or you might be just walking down the street with a map in your hand, and you're asking people for that. So when I feel like after a couple of years, it's going to be like 2 to 3 years because you've got to deal with these issues first. So I would say that you'll be talking to someone in public, like asking map directions, or in the library. I don't know why a library, but it seemed like something that you were trying to like find answers out that you wouldn't find online. I feel like that's the thing that I would ask. So yeah, I'm willing to work with him when it comes to us, and thank you for the read. No worries. Hello, Jades! What areas are your current thoughts and feelings for me right now? Hello, Lena, how are you? Okay, so we're on Jades. I'm not actually that far behind today. I'm actually really good. That he's reconsidering the relationship. He was thinking no, and then you said something or acted in a certain way that he found endearing, and he wants to come back. So he's kind of interested where he wasn't before. How does Murad Leo think about me, says Lena. Okay, oh my god. That's a half a bloody... That's a lot of cards. Firstly, he's disappointed. He wanted to spend quite a lot of time with you, but he's lost a lot right now. And he wanted a family, but you said something about not wanting one. Whether or not that response is actually clear to you is questionable. He's also dealing with some really bad karma, and also a certain amount of addiction right now. So it's kind of a little bit over the place because this person is really not great at the moment. Though they're trying to piece together their lives. So this is possibly a past thing that's dealt with, where they had the addiction and the trauma. So it's kind of hard because they might have wanted to move on quite quickly and you said no. So Daruv, of course you can answer a question. Please place any questions that haven't been answered in the bottom of the chat and I'll try to get to you as fast as possible. Tomasio gonna fall in love with me. It's hard because I feel like yes, but in a way that you might not want it to. Because this guy is very much like desperation energy right now. And he's possibly just wanting a relationship, and he wants someone to listen to him a lot. So he might be wanting that kind of connection without putting a lot of effort into it because he needs a lot from it. So it might be the desperation of like, I need someone that can deal with my emotional needs. And that might not be something that you're really wanting to do right now. So it's up to you, but that's essentially what's dealing with that. Can you, of course, Kimberly, place a question down and I'll get to you as soon as possible. Thank you, Kulvia, for looking after me. There's some really lovely regulars that come in and they make chat so good. They are so beautiful. Thank you, everyone. So we had quite a lot of people today. We've had Vibe Nuts, we've had Jades, we've had Kulvia. We've had too many people. I can't remember everybody, but thank you so much. So what is I's current feelings about me? Says Natasha. So this is that he wants his life kind of to equal out. He wants like this connection to balance out parts of his life, or he sees that you balance out parts of his life, which is actually very cute, because I think that's really nice to know that he's like, oh yeah, she completes parts of my life that were otherwise fulfilled. So I think that's cute. I love that. That's a really cute reading. So, is this person a twin flame? Okay. Says Kimberly. Okay. I think so. There is this point that I would say I don't believe but this would probably be the closest card I would say to a twin flame connection that I would see. So yeah, I would say so. Or it's a very heavily disguised karmic relationship, but I would say by the cards it's a very happy relationship, so I'd say a twin flame. Okay, so Chadana says, what is on Reichi Kamal's mind regarding me? He's very nervous. He's very, very, very nervous. Almost jumping at shadows. I would wonder what he's done wrong. I think I would do that. I would wonder what it is. Where he's done something wrong. So hello Sagittarius, how are you? You'll do best. Good, Niv, I hope so. Why is M interested in you? Cause he likes that he can teach you things. You're kind of one of those people that asks like 1,000 questions and he can answer, which is flattery at their best. He loves that. He loves being able to kind of be, oh yeah, so like, what this question? Oh yeah, I know this question, so he knows exactly what to do. So yeah, he's really interested in you. But that's pretty much it. And he wants that connection of being able to have a partner that he's close and connected to. No ways, happily ever after. Sparkly and Smile says, what kind of emotions does Pisces have for me? What kind of emotions? Well, he's firstly clicking on this relationship like it's out of this, like he's going to hold on like crazy. But he's kind of like in a standstill with life right now, and he's kind of taken up a little bit of partying. So he's trying to how would I explain this? He's trying to see if you're going to be like a party person. Because that's what's interested at the moment for him. So he's kind of trying to reach out and see if you're kind of going to be go with the vibes. Sparkly smile. So Alexandra, put your question down and I will answer it as soon as possible. Hello Marie. Hey, I'm a new subscriber. Thank you. Elisa says I see. Does P really want you in the knife? Prisha, because these are quite simple, I will try to answer them as best as possible. I don't know. I feel like there is some instability right now for him. And that's kind of I feel like it's not to do with you, but friends and family. So it's going to be really hard because, yeah, it's kind of like he's pushing everyone away, not you, just you, Pressure. Okay? Marie says, will I see Elle next month? Okay, Marie. Hopefully we're not... Yes, I feel like in some ways he's missing this because it's a connection that he doesn't think he can go without, okay? So I would say definitely for sure, okay? Hello, Samantha. Alexandra says, Edita, Gemini, how does Anarito Pisces feel about me? Is it possible to reconcile? Is there a third party? Eva, how's their relationship? Firstly, that over flirting. Very, very much over flirting. They need to relax. I don't think that even if there's a third party or interested party, that then they're going to deal with this. I feel like they're both going to withdraw contact possibly from you and a third party. But I feel like the flirtation is just purely possibly just over flirtation. There's no kind of interest, just flirtation. And I feel like they have a plan, but they possibly need to deal with something. So they're burnt out and they need to plan their future. So I feel like in some ways they're more interested in you than they're interested in Eva. Okay? So there is that burnout. So what is Jay's feelings for you? Says Samantha. Okay, so there is that conflict in there. I feel like he feels like he's got in trouble and that you're trying to lean on him in a certain amount of financial manner. So there is this bit where he's in trouble, possibly financially, and he hasn't told you. And then you're also possibly, it might not be like, oh yeah, we're in a consistent relationship, but the whole idea he's going out on dates and he hasn't told you, okay, wait, I don't have that much money. So he's kind of in trouble right now. And I would say it's a financial issue more than anything else, okay? Okay, so Daruf says, is my ex-husband contacting me soon? How will be a union? Okay. I think he's going to be falling back into this connection because there is a certain amount. You've shown that you're able to grow the connection, and you can understand that he has had to grow up and take on some responsibilities of his own. And he's also seen that you've become more independent while he's been away. So I say in general, there is going to be a connection. I would say give him possibly another month, Daruf. Okay? Jades, thank you. No worries, Jades. Thank you for coming. Natash, thank you. No worries. Rupal, when is something big positive coming into my life? It depends, because if we're talking about sizes of things, they're possibly already set. Do not buy those enlargers off eBay. They don't work. I'm sorry, Rupal. I'm being really funny. It's kind of weird because it's saying that you're being overwhelmed. And that's possibly because you're letting everything access your chi or your energy. And you might need to kind of block out some things, because when we kind of attract things, if we're attracting too many things, the universe doesn't give us anything new. And so therefore we kind of have to, like, one thing that really amazes me is that my PayPal account, sometimes when I give to friends or I donate to charity, next thing, back into my account goes the same amount of money. I kid you not. So sometimes it is that the whole idea is that our lives kind of have this flow state, and you're possibly just taking everything, and the universe goes, all right, willpower wants this, willpower wants that. So therefore it's like, oh yeah, like your cupboards are full, your clothes are full, everything's full, so it doesn't bring any more energy in. So you might have to declutter your life, and you might have to go through friendships or just like emotional clutter and declutter things, and then more positive things will come into your life. So Cheryl says, am I meeting my life partner soon? How soon is soon? I think you've already met them, but they're possibly in a little bit of a state right now that they're a little bit too young or maybe too immature to see who you are. But they really enjoy the time that they spend with you. So this might be acquaintance or possible friend that has talked to you before and really enjoyed your wittiness. But they're still trying to get back into being able to provide for someone else and bring food to the table. So they're kind of trying to do some things before they're ready for a relationship. So you possibly have met them already, or you will meet them very soon. Okay? So yeah, I would say they're already here. Okay, Cheryl? No worries, Shanda. Thank you, Corvia, for looking after me. Kimberly says, what do my spirit guides want me to know? That you need to get up and go, my love. What actually happens is this is supposed to be the card of burnout and exhaustion. But when it's the reverse way up, it means to get up and go. So get up, go, focus on things, get them done. So it's like, go, 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 go. Work on your dream. Hustle, hustle, hustle. So Kimberly, that's what the spirit guides want you to know is get up. Get up, work on that dream. Alexandra, I have done that one already? No worries. Okay. Right. Rupal, what is A's current feelings for me? Okay, so what is A's... I feel like they like your company, but they have to make a choice. And they might not feel like you're the right choice right now. That doesn't mean that you won't be a choice, because they have to question these two choices. So they might not see you completely as a partner that will support them, look after them. You know, those weird things where you're like, oh yeah, honey, I'm home. I've washed all the socks. I have tidied all the things. I have cooked dinner. Those things. Unfortunately, they're very boring, but every single one of us needs them or wants them in our lives. We do aim for mediocrity, I feel, as people. So Kiara says, no contact. What is R's feelings for me? That's a good question, Kiara. Let's find out. I think that they have a belly full. They're quite satisfied, so they could possibly be trying to. I feel like that's the feeling that they get when they're with you. Now, why they've withdrawn contact could be that they're scared of this. Sometimes people run away from relationships when they're scared, because they don't think that they've got life that good. So they could be thinking, okay, I don't get that life. I don't get that life because someone's been mean to me or someone's had that. So yeah. So I would say that they're really like they're full of good things around you. So Kiara, just take that as a thing. But they might be too scared to keep on having a relationship that's good for them because they only know bad. Okay, so does P really feel a connection with me? Yes. Yes, for sure. Okay, so let us quickly do this. No worries! I'm glad I could help you, Daruv. Okay, is Jay and I reconcile? Yes, it's the wisest thing for Jay to do. Okay, Samantha? Is Prisha really trustworthy? I think that they have to work on what they were doing, because they really hadn't worked on their plan of life, and they have to kind of see a bigger picture. But yeah, they're trying to heal. They're trying to show that they want a connection. So they're not trying to break you or hurt you in any matter. They're just trying to plan themselves out, I feel, first before they come back to you. So they're trying their hardest not to hurt you at all. So I would say trustworthy, but they're also thinking about themselves in the long run. So Karen says, how is Oz feeling about me? Mary, just place your question. Kofi is looking after me and making sure that people actually place one question down so I can get to as many people as possible tonight. How is R feeling about you? Well, they're kind of reconsidering the relationship when they said no, but they're also kind of stuck. They're stuck and they don't know a way out. They're kind of looking towards a future where they're not so stuck anymore. So they're really trying to get out of something. Whether they're with their ex and they haven't told you something about that, or financial difficulty, something major. Something major. So they're reconsidering the relationship, but unless they work out this mess, they won't be able to give you much. So yeah, they need to work that shit out before they come to you, okay? And if they tell you and you're like, shit, what the hell? Know that don't judge them quickly, but at the same time, realize that if you don't want to handle that, don't handle it, okay? Cheryl, no worries. AV says, no contact. What is Shen's feelings and intentions towards me? Yeah, it's like the whole idea that he's got some ideas when it comes to this relationship. He really enjoys the idea of that relationship. He does kind of have this, it feels like a possessive streak coming through in the cards. Is like the idea He likes the idea. And also, like, he wants to, like, have this whole entire tiny little world with you. So it kind of feels a little bit like a possessive feeling. I don't know whether it's totally that or it's just emotionally kind of in a place that he's dealt with some things and then he just wants like a good woman or a person that treats them right, and so therefore that's what I would say. Okay. Okay. Okay, so Mary, I think we've done yeah, we've done AVs. Okay. Does, yes. Sis, give us the tea. No, the tea is mine. It even came in my cup. One of my friends ages ago found out that I had my birthday, and I think it was like the second year and known her, and she gave me a journal and a mug, and this is one of my favorite mugs of all time. It's yeah, literally the tea goes in that mug. So yeah, it's definitely that one of his friends has a crush on you. He doesn't want to tell you. He's like going to drop off the thing, possibly when he's drunk, and tell you. I should have asked for a timeline on this. Samantha, I don't know. It feels like closer than later, but it's also that there is a blockage of some kind. Samantha, okay? The cup is so cute, by the way. Thank you, Mary. Is P pretty possessive? No, because he's wondering why other guys are talking to you. It's possibly not that, like, like, kind of like, not, oh, it's like, she's, like, why would you see anything in her? I think it's just, like, curiosity, like, oh, they're talking to her. Like, they must be friends of yours. Or they're people that you know. Like, there's no kind of jealousy. I think it's like, he knows that you're liking him, or you're obsessing about him. So, yeah. He's really not worried. Hi, does he like me back? Says Maria. Okay. Yeah. Of course you did, Barry. Of course. Tarif, I did this one, and you said thank you. Is this different from the other one? Okay, so does he like you back? Maria, I feel like he's just being a absolutely bastard. I don't think that he thinks you're intelligent enough for him, which is particularly a really bad thing to pick up. But King of Swords in that reverse state is sarcastic, mean, rude, not particularly nice. So I don't feel like he feels like there's a value in this relationship, Maria. I would say that, yeah, there's a certain amount of intellectual things with the King of Swords, and that possibly is where he feels like he's just not. Yeah. We'll pull. Okay, so give me 1 second. Daruf, how is my R feeling about me? Okay, so how is he feeling about you? That he did a lot of work for a long time, and you might have not seen that. And that's what he focuses on quite a lot. And I feel like that's a thing that he's kind of always focusing on. So that might be something that you have to address in the future. So Kovia says, may I ask, is V... I feel like you might work at it, but there is this kind of blockage right now that you might have to plan this out, because there is a working at it, but there is also a blockage of kind of like you both have to deal with emotional issues. Hello! Gito Alekia. So I would say that it might be something that you both have to deal with, emotional past trauma. Because firstly, he's working at it. Why is this coming back out? I did shuffle. You did see me shuffle. He's working on you, and he doesn't want anything to impede his way. So he wants to, like, if there's any kind of, like, things, he wants to, like, prove that it's like you're his, I feel. There's a difference between someone believing that other people are a threat and actually sitting there going, well, wait, drives them off. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Preshi. Make sure to put your questions down in chat. Yes, I feel like you will. It might not be completely as a model, but it'll be something more creative, I feel. But yeah, you'll definitely get a job with this model agency, Fabi. So I would definitely go for it. Good job. So anybody else have questions? I think we got to the end of chat. Yes, we did. Gito Alikia. I'm sorry that sometimes I really have a hard time with things. But it's coming to you next 30 days. I feel like there is a thing that you were working on, or you possibly will come aware of in the next 30 days that you'll want to work on. So it's like a competition, a marathon. There's something that you'll have to do before the end of this month. So I would say like a marathon or something that has a time frame that you have to work on before the end of the month. So I feel like you just need to keep on working on that, okay? Blockages, yeah, B blocked me without saying a single word. If he wants me, why he stupid blocked me? Okay, we'll ask the cards. Hello, Lala. How are you? Okay. Because he was feeling kind of overwhelmed. There was just too much chemistry or too much flirtation, and he just couldn't deal anymore. It's just like scuttled away. So possibly that it got too serious for him, Kovia. Guys, be stupid. Sorry, Kovia. Prisha. Okay, thanks. I work in a corporate job. It's something to do with like a competition or something that you really want to do. So I I feel like if they offer you a sales thing, like at the end of 30 days, you get to go on this corporate holiday or something like that. Just keep what I was thinking. Okay, I can do it. So, will we be good friends? No, I feel like he's being very cagey. So, I don't know whether you'll be good friends. Because he's kind of hiding some things. And so, therefore, you might find that out. So, hello, Ted Clover, welcome back again. Okay, so, Prashi says, is Shay Aguel still counts me that he can rely on me in bad times? I feel like yes. Because he's still kind of crumbling and he sees you as this ray of light, and he knows that he can drop all guards around you and stop being in control for a second. So yes, I would definitely say that he relies on you. No worries, Daruf. If when Rita told me I'd fail on my English test, she's so stupid. I think you're slightly foolish. I feel like there is a bit where you haven't been confident in your feelings. So there is this bit where you go with the flow and you're not very confident in yourself. And so therefore when you kind of get lost and you get a little bit more anxiety thing, you actually sabotage yourself 10 close. It's not like you want to, you just do. So there's like this watching of Netflix with the full, there is this kind of, oh yeah, but like I can't do this, like this is too hard, yeah. And then it's like this whole idea that you don't know where to get the resources from. 10 Clovid, and I think you need to talk to people and go, what resources do I need at the moment for this test? But you will pass. You'll pass 10 Clovid. But in general, I would say these habits or how you feel about these things are not okay, and they might impact you in the future. So you will pass this exam. So I would say for you is to stop feeling like go with the flow, and kind of realize that even, okay, prepare, and then on the last day, just don't worry about it, okay? Jayfrey, you can definitely ask a question. Just put your question down in the bottom. Okay? So, will my ex-husband and myself get married this year? I feel like you'll connect. I don't think it'll be a marriage, but I feel like you'll both be moving on into a de facto relationship. Something that's closer to a marriage, but yeah. So I feel like that's the thing. I would say to you to maybe not get married again, because you might need to deal with that. You might have that bit where that you both stop trying, because a marriage has this bit where people believe it's for life and they don't work on that at all. What's his feelings for me? I think he's drawn into his own little world. He's not thinking about anybody really. So I would say Astrolux, Cian, his feelings for you are possibly really not there at the moment. And I would say it's just because he's feeling sorry for himself, really. So I would say that that's the main thing I would get from that. Lala, baby, should I give Ian another chance at a relationship? There is so much stuff that just came out, so I'll be very quickly. There is a lot of critics between, like, you, like, family, friends, warning about this relationship. There is this threadbare bit where I feel like you both came in with nothing. And there's just no kind of working on this relationship, no growth. And there was a karmic response. So I feel like both of you didn't deal with your things coming in. So I think in some ways it's going to be very hard for you both to get back together, because there's just like this retaliation. Every time something goes wrong, it gets retaliated, and then both of you up it up a notch. So, and there was no kind of warmth. There was possibly some things that just completely weren't warm after a while in that relationship. So I would say no, because there'll be so many things that you both have to deal with, and you possibly can't do that together, okay? Enya says, hi hun, I think my question got... Yeah, sorry Enya, sorry. What is the feelings of Rare for me? Does he miss me? Will he message me by himself again? Okay, give me a second. What is feelings? I feel like there was something that was left unsaid. About it, like, there was just this bit where he felt like you had done something and you didn't say sorry, or you didn't apologize for it. Does he miss that? Possibly. I would say that he possibly misses that. Let's ask about the missing and the connection. I feel like he does miss you. That's a very easy card to think. But he's trying to move on from this relationship. So I feel like he really misses you, but he's also seeing the bigger picture and was like, well, it's possibly the way that you treated him, even though he possibly did some really bad stuff in the relationship. There was just this bit where people forget what they've done to other people, and yeah. No, so, Enya asked very long ago, so P miss you. Yeah, he does miss you very much. So yeah. Hello, Dr. Victor. No worries, Deruv. So, yeah, so he does miss you because there was kind of this feeling of building up a relationship there, and he kind of misses that a lot. So, anybody have any questions for me? I think it's Friday night and everyone's partying. Or relaxing. Will you get pregnant this year? Are you trying, Butterfly? Hello, Elizabeth. I feel like it might be too stressful this year. And you might need to see the bigger picture and start realizing that even though it might have been something that you hadn't had this year, that it's going to happen. And I would say as soon as you kind of stop stressing about it, it'll just be like that, instantaneous. So I feel like stop putting pressure on you to have a certain time frame, but as soon as you kind of realize that it's going to happen, it's going to come to you, it's going to come. You're going to be like, no! What? I've been trying so hard and now it's happened. So, was Jason M lurking through my social media? No, Elizabeth, he wasn't. I don't think so. I think there's a lot of social media he consumed and possibly went past you. But yeah, I feel like in some ways he didn't really pay notice to that, okay? Hello, Sachi! Sach. Sorry, Sach. I called you Sachi. Reefa, will R be messaging me? Will R be messaging me again? Messaging me. Oh my god, I said message like so many. I feel like he's just like, he's gone through the things again, and yeah. I feel like he's just like going through, like, you know how you scroll through something and you accidentally press something? It possibly was like that. I don't think it was on purpose. Elizabeth. Will R be messaging me again and Yes. Yes, they want to message you and communicate with you. He's thinking that you're both two of a kind. He's kind of feeling a little bit frustrated in life. Like, he was supposed to be at a certain place at a certain time in his head. And now it's just like he's older than that and it's stressing him out. Hello, how are you? Hello, Heaven Flower. I'm going good, thank you. So Villanelle is the next one. Okay. Will he text me soon? He's getting bored. Possibly. I would say that it's a possibility that he'll text you to see how you're going because he's bored. But I don't know whether that's because he's like scrolls through his phone and he's like, oh yeah, like I could text this person, see what's up. But I think it's more like a connection of like, hey, how you doing? How's everything going? Okay, bye. So don't get your hopes up when they contact you, okay? Sanch says, am I on Stan's mind? Bloody hell, yes. That's the same one, I swear. I've been shuffling this. So yeah, both of them are going to contact them. They're getting bored, getting mind drifting, going, oh yeah, I'll contact that person. Does Tarek love me? Is he thinking about you right now? That's a good question. Okay, so I feel like he does, but he's also not particularly wanting to commit. Hello, Wigman! Meow, 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 meow. Career. Okay, so yeah, I feel like there is this interest, but it's also coupled with possibly some feelings of his ex, I feel. So it's just like, at the moment, let him be. Let him deal with that and then come to you. Because nothing worse than try to prove your worthiness to, like, an ex that broke up. It's just not, it's not okay. Make a plan to move, Dr. Victor. I feel like that your work is not getting appreciated. Whatever it is that you're doing, that you're make a plan, get it done, work on your little tiny box. Don't think of anybody else because don't compare yourself to anybody else because I think you're a little bit kind of like really upset that you're not where everybody else is and realize that life is a journey. So work on your own box and you'll be doing it. Red suits you? Aww, thank you, Wingman. Oh, red's just your favorite color. It's the most attractive color. It's not just like the red lady from Matrix. I showed my age there. Will contact you. It's kind of hard because I feel like there is this bit where no, I feel like Armel will not contact you, Repel. It's just like that the kind of over as the connection. They felt like it was unfair being in this connection, and they're moving. I don't know whether it's a physical move, but they're moving. So so I am very sure, Sanch, I had that. Either way is awesome. I have done that, Sanch. If you miss your reading, can you go back in time? I've already done it. General weekly for you, please. Okay. I was thinking if I get up early on Sunday, I can do the readings before I have to go to this house viewing on Sunday, because we're leaving about 12 o'clock, but I think most people will sleep in on Sunday, so general weekly reading for you, Wigman. Are you feeling okay? I feel like you're feeling a little bit under weather, so do take some more kind of vitamin C, get more sunlight. What would I say? There was like a little bit of like a feeling of Lego in this, like building something, but it felt like a Lego building. I don't know why. I don't even know if you play with Lego, but it was like a thing of Lego. Also, say yes to veggies. Yeah, Wingman, say yes to veggies. So I feel like there is this kind of Lego and saying yes to veggies. Realize that all your emotions are valid. And if you need to kind of vent or cry or something, it's okay. It's fine. So it might be funny to you because you're like, what? Lego? Eat my vegetables? I am an adult! Treat me like an adult, I'm sorry. You could go back into sounds. No, I'm not buying. We're renting still. So, hi, says Julian. I have my nursing assessment next week. Sorry, not next year. How will it turn out, Kylie? And I'm on the mind of the person That is 2 questions. You're being very cheeky, Julian. Yes, you will get your nurse's assessment, and it will do very well. I feel like you'll do well, better than you expected, because you work very hard on what you're working on. So, hello, Zoya. Okay, so and no. No, I think that I'm really not thinking about much at the moment. Possibly in a little bit of a stage of depression, so double check on them, check if they're okay. Say, okay, you okay? I'm wondering how you doing. Because I think that, yeah. Bella says, feelings of awe towards me. Okay. That's they're trying to be strong towards you, so I don't know. Yeah, he's probably trying to be strong for the connection, possibly putting up some false bravado there. So enjoy it while it is, while he's trying not to, like, he's trying to impress you. And yeah, he's kind of like putting a lot into this, and not looking after a lot of the other things in his life. So slightly things are crumbling for him. So he's got to kind of work on that as well, okay? So don't worry if he doesn't contact you for a couple of days because he needs to do that. I love your dress. Thank you, Julian. No worries, Sanj. Lego, it's fun. Love doing it with the nephew. I'm a vegetarian. Yeah, so it was like something about like that. And yeah, definitely do some Lego. I clean my veggies and build some Legos. I'm glad. Yeah, so what is amongst... no, it's so Haas, hi, I want to know A's intentions towards me. Either he genuinely cares about you. He's kind of coming out of things, and he's kind of genuinely interested in you because you're finally giving him a reason to maybe even possibly live. So you're giving him a space that he's been struggling for a long time with something, and it's suddenly he met you and it's easier now to do things. So I feel like you're doing a very good job, Soya. Okay, so Heaven Flower, no worries, Heaven Flower. Siva Kashi says, what's amongst feelings for me? They're trying to see a higher, like, trying to get out of themselves, and put in the effort. And they might take a while, because they're sometimes can be a little bit self-obsessed. So they're trying very hard to do that, okay? Well, we caught up with chat. I think you're doing a good job too. I think I'm getting more confident just reading. So, Lady Maria, hello! So, how does Nalf Gemini feel about Sarah Gemini? I like, this is amazing. No worries. Okay, so we'll see about this. Oh my god. Lady Maria, I still feel like we did this last time. There's something that you need to apologize for, even if you don't feel like it. So I feel like it's just one of those things that you need to work on, because even if it's something that you don't feel like you should apologize for, it's easier to say, I apologize for upsetting your feelings or something. So there's still something there. And I don't know whether or not this is something that you need to deal with. Because sometimes when we say something, it gets stuck in someone's brains to repeat over and over and over and over again. So Taha says, I want to confront the third party and tell her everything about me and my ex. Will it affect negatively on me? They possibly won't believe you, but I feel like either way, it's not going to give you what you want, which means that your ex won't come back to you, okay? So if it's something that you need to get off your chest, I don't think that it'll impact you negatively, but it will not give you anything closer in that relationship whatsoever, okay? Ashley, please place a question down and I will answer it. So, I really get enjoyed that red though a lot. Aww, Wingman. Okay, so Luna says, will I move to the Emirates, please? A lot of people want to go to the Emirates. I don't understand the appeal. I feel like if you do two things, okay? So firstly, you have to believe that you're doing a right choice. So you've got to kind of like, friends are going to tell you horror stories or something like that, and you've got to trust, like, you know, your own way, because some people will come back and they'll be very critical about you moving, and you might have to see outside your bubble. So this plant pot, you've been stuck in a while, and you might have to see outside your plant pot. So I would say in general, I would say next year if you get through these two first, okay? So if Ashley is still in chat, I can answer that question. Yeah, so the Legos are kind of weird. I feel like it's weird that I brought that up. Maybe you just will have Lego in the poster. You'll be like, wait, that's what Cassandra was talking about. How is everyone today? How are you dealing with Friday? Okay, how do you thank you? No, Rosalina, I'm very sure that you'll get through it in one piece. So good luck with your moving, because that's always an interesting thing to move, especially over countries. I have done it once. Lol, Legos are bang on. It was just weird. Like, I was like, reverse emperor. Okay. I'm getting Legos, weirdly enough. I've never thought of, like, the emperor and gone, Legos before. I don't know why there's like, eat veggies kind of felt like a weird thing. Because if you're vegetarian, I don't know. It could possibly be something to do with your food. It might not be vegetables, it might just be iron. Because I said broccoli. So, iron content? Maybe. Wingman. If you're feeling tired, you need more iron. So yeah, I'm really excited about the weekend. It's going to be a little bit scary because we're supposed to go and have a viewing on this house, and there is still people living in there. Well, it could be healthy veggies rather than fried. I felt like it was something. What is in broccoli? Now I have to find my keyboard. Keyboard out. I just see the underneath of my drawer and go, ha, that's funny. At least I don't have a double chin. Broccoli. I thought, like, weirdly enough, it says, why is broccoli not good for you? I'm like, what? Okay, so yeah, it's got a vitamin A, B, riboflavin, niacin, which is B3. So all your Bs. So folate, choline, C, E, and K. So, hello! Haley, of course, place your question. Does anyone see your question? I did not see a question, Haley. Joanna, of course. Okay. Let me get back. I was looking up the nutritional content of broccoli for Wingman. Okay, so... Okay, so Joanna Jones says, what's coming to my love life? Yeah, just put in your questions. Of course, Ashley. If it's quiet, I don't mind doing another question. Okay, so... Joanna, is there a bit in a relationship that you're like, do your relationships not last that long? I feel like there's a semi-addictive behavior when it comes to love. And so therefore it could be that you're kind of cutting off a connection early because you're not feeling it anymore. So there might be something that you have to address first before you do have a fulfilling relationship. So you've got to kind of answer that, okay? I feel like that's more important than any kind of relationship. There is a semi-addictive behavior to that. When will you get married? Well, I feel like you're going to get hitched more than you believe it to be, but I would also warn you about tying the knot too early, because this could be a really bad relationship that you might get into, because this guy is a little bit of flighty guy. He's not particularly very truthful, and there is this injustice or fairness to this, and you might disregard all your friends or your family on this advice. So I would suggest or warn you about focusing on this question, because it might be that you're kind of going to reach to the wrong person. Okay, Christine? So it's more about you dealing with things. And then, yeah. Hey Sabrina, you're next. What's next for me and your love? Well, there's going to be a certain amount of disconnection or arguments happening, and possibly over little things. So I would suggest that maybe you both need some space, not physical, but because we're all stuck inside, if you're cohabitating, it's kind of hard. So I would suggest like planning things where like you go out for coffee or they go out for coffee and you have a good time. Yes, so I would say for you both, you need to kind of open up some space where you both can do things outside or away from each other that'll bring this like little tiny things not to the surface. Hi, what's next for me in love? Michelle, I will answer. I think also I have a tarot reading for Michelle as well. So I have to answer that tonight as well. Because I have a little tiny tarot business as well. I don't just do this for free. Which is pretty amazing, but I like that I could do both. So here, like Michelle, you have this idea that you can have kids. But I would also warn you that you might stick your head in the sand when it comes to troubles in your relationship. So I would warn you about that. But yeah, this one's definitely like kids or a creation card. A physical creation card. That's why it's tended to be like this lovely lady is about to pop. That's why she's got a really, really full figure. So, of course, Ashley. So you're next. I think it's next. Okay, so what's coming towards you in love? Well, firstly, there's like this whole nice ideas. Like, oh yeah, like there's so many lovely new contacts for you. Like, whatever you're using, like, whether it's, like, a Bumble or a Tinder or something like that, you'll have so many new contacts that you won't know how to deal with it. But it's also, I feel like when you get these contacts, don't kind of look to the future and go, oh yeah, like this will work out. No, take it slowly, take your time, figure out which ones you like and which ones you don't, and kind of, yeah, turn this from ideas of a relationship into a real one. Okay, so it's Haley. Hello, new subscribe. Thank you. What month will I get my new salon, and will it be successful? There is this bit where, what month will you get your new salon? September, I think, from this. I feel like at the end of the year, so possibly September. There is this bit where successful. Okay, so you will have to build it up slowly. There will be like a fall down where you possibly, I feel like you'll kind of hire people that are not going to be fully qualified, or they're too young, they're too immature. And so therefore you might need to employ mature people. But yeah, I feel like in some ways it might be a very fast opening and then something will crumble. But in general, it'll be successful. So I feel like it's either, yeah, immaturity or lack of like things like shampoo or something like that don't get delivered right on time. But in general, I see some good things happening, okay? So I would say you're going great, Haley, okay? And you, hello, new, I'm Cassandra. Hello, Destiny, how are you? Can I get a general? I'm a Virgo. I feel like maybe you need to kind of figure out where you're going. Because there's this card of going, and there's this card of non-watering, where you want to sow your seeds, or general being able to pave the ground. So you might move quite fast, but if you don't kind of water and invest time into where you're going to end up where you want to be without the infrastructure for it, okay? So it's Ashley now. What is Lee's thoughts about me when I come to mind? Firstly, I feel like you're a very sunny person, but you keep this to yourself, so you might be happy, but you kind of are very, very quiet, and then you can kind of be a little bit more savage when it comes to things. So I feel like you get the stuckness energy. So let's say if he suggests something and you don't want to do it, you withdraw and you kind of hold on to things. Like I can think of Cat, and you say, no, don't put your hands, your mitts into the couch, and all I could see is this cat just be dragged like this, like elasticated cat. Not a real one, because that would hurt the cat, but elasticated cat. So you might need to kind of be a little bit more adventurous, because he's just like feeling like he can't ever take you anywhere because you just close down and you become like this like, no, I can't move you from the couch, what's going on? So yeah. I hope that helps. Okay. Oh no, I have cards on the floor again. Okay. Okay, so where will I be in a relationship? I feel like autumn. I feel autumn, and slowly into winter, I would say. So it'll be autumn, winter, just like the cusp where it starts getting cold. Okay? That's awesome. What's Kevin's cancer? So that's yours, Sarabi. So I would say winter, like a late autumn going into winter. What's Kevin's cancers towards me? Hello, Life Dreams! And hello, Bit! Oh my god. He's trying to focus on you. He's trying to go, oh yeah, like, if I keep chasing these things up, Michelle's gonna leave or not be interested anymore. So he's thinking about you a lot. Okay, so Life Dream says, what is Nikki thinking about me and when will she try? Contact me. Okay, right. What is she thinking about you? Firstly, I don't think that you offered a commitment. And so therefore she thought like you were dodging the thing. Like, you never really gave her a full answer. So you were always like, maybe next week, maybe. So therefore, yeah. She might want more commitment. If she's still talking to you, then she wants commitment. Will she contact you? I think there's a bit that she's kind of closed down. She's kind of in a process of moving on to something. So I don't know whether that's moving on to another person, but she's in a process of moving, so it might be a while at most. So it's going to be quite a while if she contacts you at all. So Vit says, what does he think of me? Hello, Gemini Girly, and hello, Charlie Love. What does he think of you? Well, firstly, he tried to kind of emotionally fall on you. It felt like there was just this point that he let go of everything. But there's kind of like a clinging sensation as well. Like, he shared a lot of emotional vulnerability to you, and you might not be over a past relationship yet. So he's kind of feeling that as well. But in general, he's feeling like this relationship has a lot of promise and brings a lot of good things. So I feel like there's a lot of things that he enjoys about this relationship. And he thinks that in general, even though you might not be over X and he is possibly dealing with stuff too, that he's enjoying being able to be with you. Okay, Shirley. What does the Taurus think of me? Okay. There's a lot of jumpy out cards, but... he's a little bit disappointed that he doesn't get everything. So it might be like he comes over, there's a cooked meal, and he doesn't get to eat it. Or like, maybe you haven't given him permission to go all the way yet. He's still really disappointed he doesn't get everything. Yeah. Yeah, the only way to attract Taurus is sex and food. Oh, well, that's not true. There's a lot of things that Taurus is attracted to, but sex and food is good. It's good. We're very happy with those. Is Jet Sagittarius classmate attracted to you? Yes, for sure. But he might be interested in just the idea of you more than the actual reality, but he's very much attracted to you. Okay, so it was lovely seeing you, Lady in Red. As you have a lovely weekend ahead. Take care, wingman. Bye. I hope that you heard that before you ran out. Meow 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 meow. I should come in and I should have cat's ears. Oh, when we get the face reveal, I will do the cat ears, and then you could have the bells on top. So Alfred's feelings for me, very much that you're a very powerful lady, a very powerful queen. You know exactly where you want in financial life. You never want to bow down to anybody. You're very much a queen of your own money. Yeah? So keep going. Hey, how are you? Hello, Farah. So, will Ibriams support me financially in the relationship? Hope, thank you for placing down your question, because I'm trying to go down as much as possible. He'll try if he can. There's a bit where he's trying to branch out and trying to bring in more money, but he might have to kind of deal with the whole idea that you might have to have a little bit of money coming in to pay some bills, because he can't get every single financially supporting you right now. Okay? Will I see progress by the end of the year, says Hope. That's a good question. Like, the cards are going to say yes, but that doesn't mean that you are going to be happy with the things that you may progress in, because you might not see them, and so therefore it's going to be hard. They really want you to kind of be more kind of close to what you want. If that's something like setting goals, setting intentions to get what you want, you need to do it, because there's a lot of kind of aimless drifting that you do every single day that you could put towards something, that you could put towards something growing bigger, growing stronger. But if you kind of aimless drift every single day, you're not putting yourself in a good space for this. It does say that you're going to have progress this year, and obviously you're going to get what you want, but what capacity you get that what you want is based to you actually being able to put that intention into place. So Michelle, no worries. Hello Maria. Hi Bahiria? Hello. And thank you, Life Dreams. No worries. You're definitely welcome. 110% welcome, okay? So, West Lydia's... I feel like she's kind of relying on your brother. So that might be something that she's got to deal with, because if she keeps on relying on your brother, then it's not fair. It's not in a good relationship, and it possibly is heading for a rocky bottom if there's no kind of showing of love, of showing appreciating, sharing stuff. It might not be good, okay? So yes, of course, Sparkly. Okay, so it is Maharia's turn. Rahit Ahmed's current feelings towards me. Firstly, he likes that you're very playful, but he might not be able to give you his whole heart right now because he's not in a space that he can trust himself to be in a relationship. There's possibly some emotional connections that he has to deal with first, but he's really interested in general keeping this up and seeing how it goes. So he's kind of dealing with some kind of not as in another girlfriend or in current feelings, but more like he's dealing with commitment issues of certain proportion. Okay, so Sparkly is next. What is Victor's current feelings about me? Does he even miss me? That's a good question. No worries. I love being able to give you. There is a definite weakness. You are his weakness. Kryptonite or otherwise, you kind of are pulling him in, pulling him closer. He can't put up defenses. You're just too good. Too good. He's going to be... Yes, of course, Glitter. Put your question down and I'll answer it. So he's just getting pulled in. So it's Victor's current feelings about me. Does he even miss me? He's kind of like over things in general. I feel like he tried to prove that he was the right person, but any kind of thing that he put in, he just couldn't keep up, and he's just with Dawn. So so I feel like that's the thing. Okay, that's not a great position to be in, Glitterbee. How are you feeling? How are you holding up? We've got a couple of people and then I will answer your question. How does Rail feel about you? No worries, Daruv. Okay, so it is... This is Laurel's. So therefore he's so close to this connection. So he's just feeling like if he kind of opens up a little bit more, you're going to come into his life. So he's really enjoying being close, or this person is enjoying being close to you, okay? Oh, no worries, Hope. Thank you. Okay, so Glitterbee is next. Okay, so... I think he wanted to get out, and that was a very unwise decision because he needs to mature. And it might be something that he has to do while he's out of a connection. And there was kind of a bit where he didn't feel like he was being intellectually stimulated in this environment. So it's going to take him a while because I think in some ways he has to come back to this relationship. But it's like you should let him go at the moment because he doesn't appreciate how much you do or who you are right now because he's dealt with being in those relationships for so long that he doesn't understand how you are as a person. So I feel like in general, just he will come back, but it's going to take him a while and lots of like karma, maybe not karma, but lessons learned, I feel. So I hope that helps. We will go on for another 20 minutes. If anybody else wants another question answered, feel free. and then I will finish up for tonight. It's a little bit quieter than normal, and also that I need to deal with stuff. I think that he'll come back, but he's got to learn some lessons, Glitterbee, and that's good. That's good. Thank you. I will. Thank you, Drew. So how does Jennifer feel about me? Is he using me? No, I don't think he's using you, but there is this kind of dissatisfaction that he's feeling about life at the moment. But he's feeling like this constant connection, constant love to you. And also you kind of get him like to relax, let go of all the things that are holding him back in life. So in general, you're helping him, but he's not using you. And he feels this constant connection, constant love to you. So, and then it's Ayana, Ami, and Giovanni going to be... So... I feel like you are going to reconnect. Whether or not that's in the situation that you want, you will connect. And it possibly will be like before, okay? Go Girlfriend, dear Cassandra, and all to the beautiful people here. Keep safe and good health. Protected, amen. No worries. We'll see you again. I hope that I can do a stream before I have to go on Sunday, but if not, we'll be back on Tuesday. So you could see me then and ask me questions, because yeah. I think in some ways, Glitterbee, you've got to realize that by being so nice to him, being so good to him, you kind of gave him an excuse that he couldn't really... He was always going to be mean to you because he didn't realize that space that you gave him. And I think in some ways, he needs to kind of really understand that and appreciate that, and he won't do that while he's in a connection with you. He'll come back, but possibly a changed man. No, I don't think so. I think he'll come limping back to you looking very sorry. It's a very sorry, a very sad. And go, can you take me back, please? But next time, make sure that you bring out the whip. Tell him what you need. Iana, is this a spirit? Let me know. Mediumship or abilities. I feel like they're telling you you're trying too hard. There is a bit where mediumship and abilities, I feel like just trust your own instinct. Instinct sometimes is stronger than getting just one message. So I feel like in some ways, if you want to learn more, you need to go and search for places where people are doing things like, what would I say? How would I put this? So go and see shamans. I feel that. Yeah, so shamans, I would say that's the thing that I would say with you is like, that's what they're telling you, to go and study under someone like that. Daru, you're so cute. I can't hear you, dear. Take care. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Okay? So yeah, that's the thing that Spirit wants to tell you, is to study through other people. And I would say that they want to tell you you're always going to be careful and loved, okay? You should hear me. Is everyone hearing me? Is everyone hearing me? Can we find out? It's going through fine for me. There is OBS says I'm getting loud. So I hope that it's fun. No worries. That's alright. Is another person, says Glitterbee. You're very low? What? I think you've changed your sound settings. Double check. 10 years and kids. I think you've got to judge this fairly at the moment and realize that if you feel like you're being unfairly treated, you need to do something. So I feel like that's a thing. I feel like you should be fairly treated. So you should go and contact people. Make sure that he's paying his a fair share of alimony and stuff like that, okay? Thanks to you and your kids. I have no kids. Chat is my kids. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You're possibly all older than me. Can't hear you. Daruf, I think you are having a hard time. Is anybody else having a hard time? I just a little bit slower. Okay. So guidance with a situation with my daughter. I feel like she's trying to like do stuff to get your attention. And sometimes that's a hard thing because sometimes you can ignore the scratches on the the couch. But even better would be to address the damage that she has done and then give her the skills and the means to apply it to actually stop ripping up the couch. So you go, look, I know that you're doing this, but it's also unhealthy for you to do this. Here's some thread, here's some needles, sew back up the couch. Every time she does this, you give her the needle and thread, just sew it back up. Okay? Good night, Daruf! Okay, so... Bobby, could you... Bobby, what question did you want to ask? What's a shaman? It's a wise person that usually does full contact with people, full contact with spirits, but they're older than mediums. So a lot of times they're doing nature magic. So there's a lot of people, like, you should have a look on YouTube and see if you can find a lot of them. I would also go and study people that are Indian gurus, like proper Indian gurus, not the pretend ones, but they will teach you a lot about spirituality and mediumship as well. So Shalipi, I'm floating, I want to share. Take care all. Take care, Bobby. Have a good day. If you haven't asked a question, then take care, okay? You're floating, I want to share. That's good. I'm glad that you're in a good place right now. What is Shalippy girl thinking about me today? That you're very emotional. And you possibly need to kind of get out of your space that you're in, because currently all she sees is the depression and the emotional side of you, and that might be something that she can't deal with, okay? So sometimes no worries, Kimberly. I'm feeling awful. No worries, Daruv. Take care. I know how hard that is. Like, I've done that before to friends. I've been like, oh yeah, your sound quality is low. And then I realized that my headset's completely down. Are you with a soulmate? I don't think so. I possibly would say at the moment, Kimberly, you're with your karmic connection. So I would be saying be wise and figure out whether you're being adequately being looked after, okay? So sometimes with the karmic connection, they don't treat you very fairly. Hello, Ashi! Okay, so Ashi says, may I have a general reading? Okay, so that was this one. So Ashi, you have a soulmate connection coming into your life, but I would also feel like if you're constantly feeling like you're not getting anywhere in life and you're feeling frustrated about it, you have to put that onus on yourself. Nothing's gonna happen without you planning or doing something about it. So I feel like if you're always defeatist in your attitude, then the universe is never going to give you anything you want because it never sees you actually wanting or caring for it. Okay? No ways. Miss Jean is the next one. Hi, may I know the energies of surrounding career and finances for the rest of the summer? I would say kind of pull your resources, pull your money. It might be a little bit of slow time for career. Just watch other people and don't kind of be over sharing or something like that because you need to be in this space right now. This is the safest place. So I would say save up your little pennies and watch from the shadows. I feel defeated. I'll try to change that. Yeah, what I would do is sit down and go, okay, is this feasible? Am I moving my goalposts? Am I kind of giving myself too much? And then when it doesn't work out, then I'm getting upset and frustrated. Even though I keep on saying, okay, let's do this, let's do that, there's no kind of reward strategy for you. Yeah? Kimberly says, general reading on what's to come. I feel like you're going to have to think of a holiday or taking some time to recuperate your thoughts. There is this, there is this space where you need to kind of withdraw and seek out something new. So I feel like going on a holiday, even if it's at home right now, would kind of give you kind of a new space, a new perspective on life, okay? So I feel like that's the thing. Tasvia, how is Ramen feeling about me and the connection? Oh my god. Let's take these three. Because it just absolutely took me. He's building it. He feels very much like you are part of his life. And if you're not talking to at the moment, he's trying to build it up, but he's also seeing a bigger picture. So he might not be able to offer you something right now, but he's still really wanting that connection. So he's like missing you, right? A lot. Miss Jean says, may I also know about David? Feeling about my connection right now. I feel like David, I think he's going to reach out because he wants to kind of be back in a relationship with you, Tasvia. So I would say sooner or later. I would say this year. So, how would I say? If 2 months goes by and he hasn't got his shit together, don't worry about it, because I feel like he's trying. But if he can't gather his stuff together in 2 months, he's a goner. Trust me. Connection right now, he's feeling very good. He's trying to work hard to impress you, Miss Jean. I feel like that's the biggest thing that I can get from that. Okay, so we've got about 5 minutes here. Is there any more questions you want to ask? Because we are going to close the list in a second, and I will go on my way. So it's going to be an interesting evening, but it's also been a really enjoyable evening. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you have a really great rest of your week. I will try to stream again early Sunday, but if I'm not on, then unfortunately I either slept through my alarm or something happened. So, because I have to do it before my time, 12 GMT, so it's going to be a harder time. I feel like I'll end it there. Thank you so much for being here. Lots of love to everybody. Love, light, and energy to all of you. Have a good one, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye, guys.